All right, now we've got a playwright. Let's treat him nicely. He wrote the hits Frankie and Johnny and the Clair de Lune and the Ritz, and has a play called It's Only a Play, opening in Los Angeles on April 16th. Please welcome him, Terrence McNally, folks. Terrence. Now, you wrote, well, it became the film Frankie and Johnny, and
play first. So,
yeah, Frankie and Johnny and the Clair de Lune. And I think it was Hemingway who once said that when you write something for Hollywood, you often just drive up to the border of California, throw it in, and then hit the gas. Yeah. And I was wondering how you got to write the screenplay, so the experience wasn't as bad for you.
A dream first-time experience. A wonderful director, great cast. They liked my first draft. I didn't get fired from my own movie, which is a basic experience out here.
Yeah, the movie was great. You liked it?
The first time I ever came to L.A., I knew two guys who'd both moved out here, and I said they'll really like one another. And one guy said, yeah, I really got depressed. They put another writer on my movie. And the other guy, they're supposed to be great friends, said, yeah, I got hired to rewrite this piece of junk. And, of course, it was his movie.
Yeah?
Yeah. So I thought, this is what happens to writers. But it didn't happen to me. I was really lucky.
Yeah. But now, in your play, you had Kathy Bates.
Yeah.
As the waitress.
Yeah.
And then it was Michelle Pfeiffer.
Yeah, two great actresses. I don't know why they made such a big deal about it. You know, Olivier played Hamlet, Gielgud played Hamlet. You know, Marlon Brando talked about playing Hamlet.
Don Knotts.
Why can't I have a few people? Yeah, his was very good. Why couldn't I have a few people play Frankie? You know, in London, Julie Waters did it.
Right.
Who's a great actress, too. So I've been very lucky. And I think Michelle is extraordinary in the film, just very different. I wrote it for Kathy. The play was written for Kathy. But she got her Oscar, so, you know, everybody's living happily ever after.
I think Michelle was so good you didn't get hung up on her looks.
She was,
you know, it was just
so heartbreaking. And because she is so beautiful, it made it very painful that she felt so unloved, you know, and it was really, that movie tears me up when I watch it, and I sort of forget I wrote it because she's so moving in those last 10 minutes, that big scene, and it's great acting.
Well, I'll tell you, I must tear you up at the state of American theater, and that it seems to me that some odd confluence of events. We have one man with a very, some would say jaded sensibility, some would say a peculiar sensibility in New York, who determines exactly what the American theater public sees. How has it come to this?
Well, I don't know. We don't have any newspapers, number one. You know, we've got really the New York Times.
Right.
And the play I'm about to open here, It's Only a Play, is about the 2 hours waiting for this sacred grail called the New York Times and Frank Rich's review to arrive at the party. They're waiting to see if they're validated or not. It's a strange 2 hours of limbo. You don't know whether you're successful or you're not. And why has it happened? I don't know, because I still think plays run like television shows or popular movies, because people say, hey, I saw something great, go see it. I think a critic can get you started, especially if you're an unknown talent. Right. But if the audience doesn't like it, if they don't go home every night and tell 1,000 other people, you got to go see this play, it's going to close in a couple of weeks. Half the shows running in New York, Frank Rich did not give a good review to. And there's a show on right now that's coming off Sunday that he gave a wonderful review to, but obviously the audiences weren't going. So it's not as bad as it sounds. You know, people talk a lot about the death of the theater. Broadway has a lot of problems, yeah. The American theater is very, very healthy. Mm-hmm. Think, look at the difference in that. L.A. alone. Well, why no theater in L.A.? The play that just won the Pulitzer Prize was done here. It started in Seattle, and then it was done at the Mark Taper here in Los Angeles. So there's very important theater being done all around America. So the American theater is doing great. Broadway, as a piece of real estate, has some very real problems.
Well, what are the darker problems there than Frank Rich, then? Why is the system not working there anymore?
I don't know. We're doing something wrong, we who write plays and produce them. We're not getting enough young people in those seats. And it's not just the price of tickets, because it's not cheap to go see Madonna or Bruce Springsteen.
Yeah, but it's not $60 a pop.
By the time you buy the souvenir sweatshirt and everything else and get to your seat, you've spent close to that.
Yeah, sure. But you know, you go to the theater, you pick up your Othello Rules T-shirt, and
I don't know what we're doing wrong, but you know, see, I was brought to the theater as a child. I saw grown-up entertainment.
What'd you see first?
My mother and father took me to see Annie Get Your Gun with Ethel Merman, and you remember that all your life, you know.
She didn't need a mic either.
No, it was live, which is so great about it too. It's because my play, there's nights it goes so well, and you say, why can't they do it this way every night? Like in the movie, it's frozen forever, but then the next night it dips a little bit, and then. But the great thing about a movie is it can about a play is it can even be better than you ever dreamed it was. And there is something about a live event that is so exciting to me. And
exhilarating when it's great.
It's very exhilarating when it happens.
Yeah.
It keeps you, you know,
well,
your
the new
nails
play
short.
is, it's only a play. It's at the Doolittle Theater. Opens April 16th. Terrence McNally. Applause. Thank you, Terrence. We'll be right back right after this.